Hey there everyone, my name is Malcolm and I'm back with another video for today. So in today's video I wanted to talk about how I personally use references when creating my character designs, and there will actually be a small little demo clip at the end of the video, which by the way, real fast, it took me about an hour of real time to do, and that demo is on character design number 2 that you see right here. So this is a video topic that I don't see too often, and I always see a lot of artists always saying use references when you don't know something and when you need to, create something and things like that. And so, but one of the things that I don't see too often is a bit of a breakdown on the references that were used and how they were used. And so, this video is going to be about that. So, to get started, my references are on the right, and then you see the two little character designs on the left. So we're going to be talking about character design number 2 in this particular video. Now, as you can tell, she is more of a superhero, like Power Ranger-esque kind of character, and that was on purpose because I personally do like Power Ranger-like stuff. I thought it was really cool, and it is so funny that the idea came upon by a friend of mine who saw some other character designs of mine from my personal project, and he was like, man, these give like really cool like Power Ranger vibes. Now, they didn't have a Power Ranger look, it was just because of their colors. And I was like, yeah, you know what, that's really cool, but what if I actually did do like a Power Ranger like character? And that's where this little small thing came from. And will I use this in the full project, the full scope of it? Who knows? You guys can let me know in the comment section below if you even do like this character. Yeah, to get started, let's just start talking. You know, how did I use the references that you guys are seeing off to the side? So one of the things that I wanted to do was I wanted to make sure that this character had a boldness to her, and that boldness would come in her colors. And the other part was shapes, and this is something that I personally feel that I could have done better. And where I feel like I could have done better in terms of shaping, like my shape language and everything like that, would be in the gloves, right? Because you guys can see, let me change my color really fast. You guys can see that the boots are really, really big, right? But the gloves don't have that kind of similar-esque exaggeration to them. Now, it can be purposely because, let's say she does a lot of kicking or something like that, then the gloves being this big can probably be okay. But I really want to exaggerate, I feel like, a little bit more, push it maybe just a little bit more. But other than that little self-critique to myself, I still feel like this character design is still pretty cool. That's just my personal opinion. But where I feel like I probably could have exaggerated these a bit more would definitely been like, making this glove probably a lot bigger. Now, other than that, let's talk about how I was using the different references. So one of the things that I wanted to make sure that I got was I wanted the skin tight look that you see my references here for these characters. I'm not even zoom in. So like while I was designing, I was like, okay, what are the main components that each of these 3 references share? And that was, the skin tights, right? A belt, bold colors, and I guess gloves, right? I was like, okay, so these are kind of like the 4 major elements that each of these designs have, right? And then when we go and look at our design, what are those same elements? We have the skin tights within the legs. That's there. That's a thing that exists. We have the gloves. We have, I guess the boots, that'll be another thing, right? They always gotta have the boots, right? And we have the belt, right? Similar to all these, right? So these elements are the elements that I wanted to share. Where I broke away from the typical, I guess, Power Ranger like aesthetic or Kamen Rider aesthetic was with some of the other elements, such as having a more loose kind of clothing, right, for the arms here, the more bigger, bolder boots, right? They're more widespread. They're just humongous, you know, comically humongous, I guess, right? The other elements would be, you know, here having this little weird shape here, right? I want to, you know, to also have a triangle-like shape there too. But that's where I deviated from my references and deviated from the full-on, it's just a Power Ranger character aesthetic, right? And so this more looseness comes from these references and these girls, right? You know, this girl here, she has a really loose like top, and I really wanted to copy that and import it here, right? The big boots idea really came from, I just loved the silhouette that, you know, the pants would have made. Like if this character had pants, then they would have, you know, came down like this, and then I had this negative space, and I just deleted it, and then open up. That's how I got the opening for the boots. So you can understand my logic and thinking there. And that's more or less it, right? This character is very simple. There isn't really too much to explain there. And really fast, I could probably even talk about this character design number 1 here, where she just has, for example, she's really, if I break it down, she's pretty much like this loose pants design here, right? That goes from like this really big and you know, fluffy, you know, kind of vibe, right? Big and bold to more skin tight, like I would see in a lot of different like martial art clothing and stuff like that, but also in some modern clothing, right? So you see this, it's like really big up top, right? I'll zoom in for you guys. It's really big up top, has a really big shape here, right? But then it becomes more skinny, right? It tapers off, right? It becomes more skinny and more skin tight, right? And that's literally exactly what I did, right, with this design here, right? Yes, she has a belt here. If I zoomed in, right, she has this little belt that I could probably, you know, use a lot more color, right? And when it comes to her jacket, it's literally this. It's literally this jacket here, and all I did, I was like, okay, let's just do this. We're just gonna add a hoodie, right? It's gonna, you know, have a hoodie on the other side. And that was just my little extra touch to the design to make it special for myself. But yeah, that's really it. This is going to be hopefully a shorter video, another short video. There's going to be a little bit of a time lapse at the end. I won't be talking, I'll just have some music over top. But that's really it. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. I would definitely love to make more videos like this in the future, where I just talk about character design and stuff like that, mixed in with some time lapses, so it gives a little bit more, I guess it makes the video more fun, I guess, I don't know. But with that being said, that'll be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys had a great January. February's upon us, and I have a cool little art challenge, which will be on doing a bunch of figures for the month. So hopefully some of you guys can join me on that. You know, just make sure you follow me on Instagram at Malcolm_art, and that will be it. If you guys have any questions and things I didn't mention in this video, please let me know. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling. Let's just get into the time lapse, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.